If love chooses you, you have every right to question it. But God damn it, don't be scared of it, and don't scare it away. It's very easy to self-sabotage and choose flight instead of fight, because our people today have been conditioned, or today have conditioned many others to avoid any sort of confrontation or interrogation. And those are strong words to use, but it is a conversation that has to be had. We cannot spend our lives avoiding, how we feel. And also sometimes what we feel may not be the true feeling. It may just be an ephemeral moment, right? It might be ephemeral, fleeting time. Feelings fleet, feelings come and go. But there is truth in that. Love is a verb. Love is a verb, as one of our ancestors say, right? So the act of love is definitely one we need to familiarize ourselves with, even if it's toward ourselves. It's not simple. Nobody's going to love for you, so you gotta wake up. Love is knocking. Love is knocking, right? And you do have to put in the work. You gotta get your hands dirty. You gotta make it work. Can't be afraid. You can't continue to avoid. And don't mind if I just safely assume that today's world has shoved itself into a fetal position to avoid any possibility of being confronted by love, fearing that they would have to actually reciprocate and not know how to, fearing that they would have to actually speak up for themselves and become vulnerable. A lot of this fear derives from self-preservation. A lot of this fear also derives from not knowing, right? Not having the emotional stability to invest into someone else. So it's like, what would it take? What exactly would it take? Because not everybody's healed, and when somebody begins to heal themselves, love is almost out of the question. So what would it take? Prepare yourself for the damages. Prepare yourself for the losses and potential sacrifices that will come before you when you feel like you've perfected your belief system. In our very natural way of existing, we all teach something to somebody in some way. It shouldn't be a shameful practice to build your self-esteem through critical thinking and fearlessness. When shame finds us, it's because we haven't taught ourselves to learn what shame is and where it comes from. As a people, we're fully capable of discernment. We're fully capable of reaching our truest potential, but the expectation of keeping everything as we know the same, that's what hurts us. Our belief system is internal. The display of it is external. The reception of our belief system may not always find a connector, no matter how close the connection is. We're meant to believe in something. We're meant to understand life as we choose and become religiously obsessed with how the definition of our observations categorize themselves into chapters in our book of laws. Who says we are not the little gods of our own universe? We are the creators. When the double doors stop swinging and settle in sync, luminescent rays from the bowl pull dreams from your abdomens. Wondering if the light is a resignation destination for acceptance of old languages that spoke natively in the name of love. Two tribes, two leaders, one bond. Sure, when there is darkness, there is light, but this light illuminates the vanishing of wounds. This light seals plastic bags, hosting keys to doors I no longer walk through. This light brings me to the end. Fumbling my breath like I was baptized, eyes widen like a miracle, body shivering, shaking off the cold. My stomach benched the weight of your soul, babe. My arms reached for the crevices of your love crumbs. For what remained, you unfolded and bulldozed the tower of time. Amazed by your aspiration to demonstrate your love languages. I appreciate you. These ribs, these cages, ain't no birds singing no more. Only feathers finding their lullaby before they reach the floors. Paul Chambers' cello, mellow echoes through the words on this last page, vibrating through my fingertips down to my waist as I find the seat to watch the doctor pace, sweating bullets of disbelief, trying to understand this level of grief. I'm an artist, Doc. You know better than anybody about the pointy thing when it bleeds. So now my sleeve is my chest, where my heart pulses purpose and power. My veins morph into cursive sermons carrying the cells of desire and dedication. I figured if I sculpted my newer self for this next chapter, I would have to be completely misunderstood, an archetype unusual, a human reborn into the anatomy of his mind and spirit.